It says in Hebrews 3, verses 15 through 19, it says this, "For who were the people who turned a deaf ear? Weren't they the very ones Moses led out of Egypt? And what was God provoked with for 40 years? Wasn't it those who turned a deaf ear and ended up corpses in the wilderness? And when he swore that they'd never get where they were going, wasn't he talking to the ones who turned a deaf ear? They never got there because they never listened. They never believed. They did not believe the promise God had made. And because of that, God did not let that generation ever enter the promised land. What a heartbreaking thought. Because of unbelief that we would not possess the land God has promised to us. I don't know what your promise may be. Maybe it's the salvation of your children. Maybe it's a restored health. But nothing ever comes to pass through a heart of unbelief. It only comes about through the belief in the promise giver. Joshua came up, he was the leader after Moses, and he ended up being the one who actually took the next generation into the promised land. And I love what it says in Joshua chapter 21. It says this in verse 41 and 43. It says, "And so God gave Israel the entire land that he had solemnly vowed to give to their ancestors. So now these children are possessing what their ancestors should have received." I don't know about you, but I don't want my children or the generations coming after me to get the promise that was mine. I want to possess what God has given me to possess.